You know, there comes a time in every Trump's life where he has to get indicted for tax fraud. No. But all jokes aside and everything like that, this is something I really haven't looked into as much as I want to. So if you know a lot of information about this, definitely let me know in the comments and let the people know just in case they're a little bit confused on how this all works and everything as well. But it looks here that it says Trump organization convicted in New York criminal tax fraud case. As you know, there was the raid on the Mar-a-Lago, his Mar-a-Lago home. You know, and everything with them looking for his tax documents. I guess trying to figure out if Trump has really been paying his tax dollars. I know there was also some stuff going on about him possibly having some information from his presidency at his Mar-a-Lago home, which I'm sure would be very illegal, you know, that kind of thing going on. So let's just go ahead, get into the article, you know, see what's going on with this and conversate about it and, you know, see what we think and figure out kind of what's going on with this whole situation. Also, I love all the love y'all been showing in the comments. I love y'all have actually been respectful too. Like, you know, y'all been shooting down the people who are mean. I don't care if you're on the left. I don't care if you're on the right. I'm more of a moderate myself. You know, I'm not a Democrat. Yeah, despite my darker skin, I'm not a Democrat, guys. But yeah, let's get into it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so it says the Trump organization convicted in New York criminal tax fraud case. Okay. Now it says here, two subsidiaries of the Trump organization were convicted Tuesday by a jury in the New York City of multiple crimes, including tax fraud. Ooh, that's not good. Falsifying business records and conspiracy. Ugh. You know, with a lot of money, these sounds like these charges could really be sending some people to jail. Like falsifying business records can be pretty serious. Now, it says the guilty verdicts on all 17 charged counts comes 3 weeks after the company's owner, Republican former President Donald Trump declared his candidacy for the White House in the 2024 election. I also think it's crazy that you're dealing with tax fraud cases and you're being accused of all of this and you're just running for president. You know, it just seems weird to be running for president but dealing with all of this kind of stuff. This isn't me hating on Trump or anything at all. I just think it's kind of weird. When a president has a bunch of legal issues that they have to deal with, I feel like that's abnormal. But hey, it's 2022 where, you know, apples are oranges and oranges are apples. So I guess it is what it is. Now, Trump was not personally a defendant in this case, which related to a scheme by his company since 2005 to avoid taxes on compensation in the form of perks, including free apartments and luxury cars, to then Chief Financial Officer Alan Weisselberg and other executives. But it says Trump knew exactly what was going on, a prosecutor said in closing arguments last week in Manhattan Supreme Court. Let's talk about it. So obviously, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but it seems like they're a little bit mad that instead of paying out the employee themselves, which they're not really employee, that's the chief financial officer, that's the CIO, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like instead of paying him outright, you'll pay him in the form of dinners, apartments, and things like that, which can be, you know, more easily probably written off on taxes. You know, even if you have a small business, if you guys didn't know, and this would be good for you guys to know if you do have a small business, things like you going, you know, to another state to look at, you know, equipment, things like that, having a dinner with certain people. If you're having dinner with somebody who works in your company and, you know, stuff like that, you can write that off. As a lot of people don't know, you can write that off for your business and save money on that. Sometimes you can get all of it paid off, certain equipment, you know, things like that. So there's a lot of loopholes around this, and we know, obviously, let's keep it a stack. Trump, you can say whatever you want to bad about Trump, and Trump has had multiple failed businesses. I actually have a video on that I made a few months ago, which people don't know is, yeah, a lot of Trump's businesses went bankrupt. But we still have to understand that Trump understands how businesses work. If he chose to go bankrupt, obviously it may have been because the business wasn't successful. But he understands how that works and how to go about doing it with taking the least amount of net loss that you can. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty interesting. It's let's just see what's going on with it, everything like that, and what really they have to say about it. Now it says Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, whose office prosecuted the Trump Organization entities, said in a statement after the verdict was announced, this was a case about greed and cheating. Ooh, that's not good if you're trying to run for the president in 2024. Somebody's talking about greed and cheating. It says in Manhattan, no corporation is against the law or above the law. Trump, in a statement, said Tuesday evening that he was disappointed with the verdict but will appeal. So he's appealing that. I doubt he'll appeal. He may appeal it. I don't think it's gonna do anything. Let me know what you guys think. Now, Trump said, it's a continuation of the greatest political witch hunt in the history of our country. New York City is a hard place to be Trump. It's a hard place to be Trump. It's so hard. Jurors began deliberations on Monday after a trial that featured testimony by Weisselberg, the only person actually charged in this case. And this is District Attorney Alvin Bragg right here. If you guys are wondering what he looks like, that's what he looks like right there. Now, it said defense attorneys argued that Weisselberg, who earlier pleaded guilty to 15 felony charges. Oh, you would have thought he was in the streets of Chicago shooting at dudes. You feel me? 15 felonies. You would have thought he went on the run. You would have thought he slapped your mama. He threw your grandma by the ankles. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were asleep. He threw some ice water on you. 15 felonies. Jeez. Was solely responsible for the scheme, not the Trump Organization. Now, it says Trump reiterated this claim in a statement Tuesday, saying the case was about Alan Weisselberg committing tax fraud on his personal tax returns, etc. And if that's what it is, then I can understand that. But it doesn't sound like what it is, because it says here Trump's company faces fines of up to $1.6 million at sentencing, which was scheduled for January 13th. And let's keep it a stack. If you're Donald Trump or Donald Trump's companies, $1.6 million is not that big a deal. It's really not. Like maybe 15, 20, 30, 50 million will probably really get them to, kind of start shaking in their boots, sweating a little bit. 1.6 million, I don't feel that like that's really something they're too concerned with. Now, the guilty verdicts also could harm the firm's ability to obtain loans for its various real estate holdings and other business ventures. That is where that could hurt you. As you guys know, a lot of times reputation can kind of be more important than the money loss itself. Like losing, like it says here, losing 1.6 million to a company that could possibly have, 100, 200 million in assets, 250 million in assets. That's not going to be a big deal. But if they can no longer operate effectively because they're no longer allowed to get loans, they have to, play around the law in certain areas, things like that, then that can end up being the result of losing a lot more money. So reputation is everything, guys. If people know that you're a good person to do business with, they'll give you discounts. They'll let you do business with them, and you'll have opportunities that you otherwise wouldn't have. But if they think you're a little snaky, they think you're kind of gonna make them look bad, they think, I don't want to give you money if you're gonna end up in a court case, and then somehow my name ends up popping up because I gave you money. A lot of people will be like, it's not even worth it to deal with you. I would rather just loan this out to somebody else, a little bit more safe. You know what I'm saying? And also, if I'm missing anything with this, definitely let me know. I know there's a lot of Trump stands in there. You guys be coming at me the most aggressive, which is kind of strange because I don't even not like Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Trump did a lot of good things. I think Trump in general is a ugly person. I don't really think he's a great guy or anything, but I do think he's a better president than Biden. Let's keep it a stack. I already know y'all still gonna come for me in the comments anyway. So let's get back to the article. Now it says Weisselberg is due to be sentenced in the next coming weeks. It sounds like he about to go to jail. All them felonies, it sounds like he about to go to jail. Bro about to be eating them peanut butter sandwiches. Bro about to get an hour out the day, to go outside. It's not looking good. He gonna be having to use the cool-offs. Y'all don't know about the cool-offs because y'all haven't been in jail. I haven't been in jail either, but I know about the cool-offs though. You know what I'm saying? Everything that might be an Atlanta jail thing. If you guys know about the cool-offs And you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you're probably very confused because that's probably a part of jail culture that you probably never heard of. And I can understand. Like I said, I never been in jail too. So there's a lot of things about jail and being in jail that I don't understand. But we're getting off topic. Let's get back to it. Now it says Trump, 3 of his adult children, and the Trump Organization will also face a pending lawsuit by New York Attorney General Letitia James that alleges widespread fraud involving years of false financial statements related to the company. James is seeking at least $250 million in damages for that case. See, that'll hurt. That's where these people start sweating. You know what I'm saying? When the daughter not getting her Ferrari, you know what I'm saying? The son not being able to get his yacht, you know what I'm saying? Yacht to take to the Maldives or the Maldives, you know what I'm saying? That's when they really start fighting back. Because money matters. Let's keep it a stack. Money always matters. And you losing 250, you gonna defend that 250 a lot harder than you gonna defend 1.6 million. Like, now, one of the subsidiaries charged in the criminal case, the Trump Corporation, was convicted of 9 counts. Jeez, they're getting hit with charges. The other defendant, the Trump Payroll Corporation, was convicted of the remaining 7 counts. The Payroll Corporation, that's how you pay the people. Trump is the focus of multiple criminal probes, including federal investigations into his removal of the government documents in the White House, which we were talking about earlier, and his efforts to reverse the outcome of his 2020 election loss to President Joe Biden. Yeah, because we all know how crazy that was. And people were screaming, the fraud is here. Voter election fraud is here. Storm the White House. Come on now. Can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Can't be doing that. Now, a state grand jury in Georgia is investigating Trump and his allies for their attempts to get election officials there to reverse his loss in the state to Biden. Yeah, so it's looking like a pretty sticky situation, like whichever way you call it. I mean, like, hopefully, everything works out and just any type of justice that should be fulfilled gets fulfilled. But who knows? I mean, Trump's people are being taken down. His payroll is being taken down. His family is being attacked. His company in general is being attacked. Him personally is being attacked. There's nothing good coming out of any of this. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're a Trump hater, I guess you're like dancing, you're celebrating, you're happy about all of this. But, it's just all a very icky, sticky situation. And it's even worse considering that, Trump may be one of the biggest Republicans that will be running for office in 2024. So it's going to be weird seeing a president that has such a dark and sticky past getting to run. And especially if they win, it's like we're going to start having presidents in 2030 that have charges. Man done been in prison 5-10 years, came out, changed his life around, went Muslim, and I'm saying they could be a great guy. I'm not saying anything like that, but this might be something you can start seeing in, 10 years or something, because Trump has really, I feel like, opened up that door for more of celebrity type presidents, more that kind of thing. He was more known of kind of like a celebrity businessman type of thing, where normally it's been straight politicians. Let me know what you guys think about that. What do you guys think about that in general? Do you guys think Trump kind of changed the culture of what we allow as a president? I also think somebody like Herschel Walker normally probably wouldn't have been able to run unless that door had been opened up by Trump for these type of I don't know how to say it, these type of more upper class people who aren't really straight up politicians or lawmakers, or lawyers or things like that, to be able to come into this space. So I want to know what you guys think about that. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate all the love you guys have been showing me, defending me from these people that be out here trying to hurt my feelings. I just be trying to talk. But let's just get the conversation going. Talk amongst yourselves, all that good stuff. You guys get you a good breakfast today too. We hit 500 subscribers. We eating spicy wings, so be ready for that too. And help me get to 500 because we about to eat up. Y'all have a great day and be blessed.